How would you say you differ most from your opponent?
I think it's very apparent that one of us cares about doing what's right for Oklahomans and for families and trying to help people, and then the other one wants to play into this rhetoric. With her, repeatedly, it's, I'm not going to work with a rhino. I'm not going to work with this. You know, it's very standoffish, and I think that shows a lack of leadership, right? Because a good leader is listening to everybody. A good leader knows that everybody needs to be at the table. You don't have to agree with them, but you need to hear them because you represent people different from you also.
What's your legislative plan for students and parents in your district, and then maybe also even including people here at OU?
In the last 20 years, every budget revenue failure that the state of Oklahoma has had, they've cut it from education first. We cannot do that. We are creating problems at the foundation and then asking why we're a welfare state. Pick yourself up from your own bootstraps. Well, I don't know, I can't get an education. You don't care if I drop out of school because I'm in a rural community and you don't see me, right? That's very scary and very dangerous. So we need to make sure that we're putting all the money into our education, into our children, because they're our future.
And what's your thought on the proposed turnpike expansion?
Okay, so the proposed turnpike, one is very personal because Ward 6, the ward that I was the council member for, the east-west expansion took out a lot of my ward. And then it was very personal because the north-south takes out my mother. She's 73 years old, she's a widow. My father died in this house. Maybe not the best memory, but he died in this house. And now you just want to take it out and put it in a turnpike, right? Like so many other people. 5% of the population of Noble will be taken out by this turnpike. 5% of the population is actually an egregious number with no thought, no concern, thinking they can do this. I think it's sick. We're talking about the livelihood of people. There's a humanity factor that is completely overlooked. There's no comparable house or land for my mom. She's on 10 acres. She's not finding that for the price that they would try to take her property from. And nobody can. So we'll have people have to leave our community because there's no comparable land.
Do you think you'd motivate, voters going into the polls to, I guess, vote outside of their party?
Just look at the quality and the character of the candidates. And if you don't want to vote for me, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not, if that's, your conscience, then that's will of the people. And if I lose, then I accept that. But don't just vote for a party. Like, we cannot do that anymore.